What's up guys, my name is Ariana and today I'm going to be doing a quick video on me breaking down my personal remix of Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande's Rain on Me. Now this is not going to be nearly as complicated of a production piece as some of the other songs that we've taken a look at, but it's just something I wanted to exercise my production creativity just a little bit. And what I'm going to do first of all is go over just the pre-chorus and the chorus of how I produced this remix. I'm going to play that real quickly for you, then I'm going to break down what's going on in these production elements. Then at the end of it all, I'm going to play the remix entirely through from top to bottom. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so that's real cool. I'm going to go over what went on in the pre-chorus. First of all, just honestly, it's simple drums, bass, some synth pluck, and glissando string. So let's go over simply what happened. These are like typical clap drops buildups right here. So those are pretty much like some not house claps, but they match the vibe, the theme. Got a tambourine going on. And so that's what's going on for the drums. Honestly, real simple. You got some verb going out right here. Valhalla verb right there. It's a real short verb. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're talking about less than a second. So that's what's going on for the drums on the pre-chorus. Bass, it's a very simple bass line, just following the root of the note, going up and down by steps right here. Just using some typical serum wavetables, some stock serum wavetables, going with reverb, distortion, compression, and having a filter that's being activated by an envelope. That's what I'm doing for the bass line right there. And then what do we have for the synths? This is an arpeggiating pluck sound. Right here, I'm using the arpeggiation to just have it go up as I play the entire chord right here. All the chords are right there. Having it done with kickstart, just having a subtle sidechain going on. This is a pluck from my buddy Tyler Wirtz. This is a future EDM pluck from a 10 plucks pack that he made available for free. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description as well. So there's that, and in fact I'm going to link all the stems and everything involved in this session in the description. And then finally we have a string glissando going up right here. And that's the whole thing. Actually, we got some white noises too, don't we? Yeah. Aside from that and white noises, that's the whole thing. That's it. That's that. That's the pre-chorus. Now on to the chorus. This is what we're looking at right here. Cool. So drums is honestly real simple. There's nothing crazy going on here. Sorry about that text notification. So what we got here, the drums are super heavily processed. We got some decapitator as well as some slate stuff. We got the VCC. We got two VCC channels, 401 and an 1176. Without these, it's gonna peak just a little bit. It's gonna come out, jump at you just a little bit. This is what it sounds like. We got the claps in particular. The transients are a little bit more dampened on that part. So the kicks, I believe a huge bunch of this is coming from splice. And then we also have the hats. This definitely is a splice sample right here. This is a splice loop. I don't know how to make house hat loops. I'm sorry. So that's that for the drums. Honestly, there's not much to go over for it. We got a short reverb for the snares. This is what it sounds like. It's like less than a second. Yeah. So there's that. And then let's go into the bass bus. So the bass bus is also quite simple. Honestly, the three basses right here pretty much mirror each other. And I'm going to show you the different sounds that I used. One, we have a Serum bass preset right here. Or no, it's not a Serum preset. It's just some sound designing that I did. I used some basic shapes, and then this is pretty much the default wavetable that is used. So I used that. I filtered it with an envelope. I applied an envelope to a low pass filter, and then we have distortion, compression, and reverb, all that good stuff for it to sound like this. I believe I cut out some of the low end. I did cut out some of the low end, but you'll see why in a short bit. Then we have this bass guitar from Contact. It's a Scarby MM, just amped pop right there. I didn't edit it. I did not edit this at all. Just cutting out a ton of the low end. See how it would sound without the EQ on. Yeah. It's because I wanted to give way for the sub bass right here. It's super simple right there. And then that's how I got the layered bass sound for that. And then you have the slap bass as well. The slap bass is coming from a Contact patch, which is the J bass right here. I don't know, it seems like it's a trend that we're getting into more Contact library based basses, or just VST based basses in general, as to being what we use for our production. So this is what it all sounds like. So that's the bass line for you. That's what's going on in the chorus. Now, keys. Keys is also real simple. This is pretty much a typical house dance tune type of pattern right here for the keys. Just listen. Acoustic piano. First of all, we used the Giant from Contact again. Contact here. This is a real nice, big upright piano sound. This is what it sounds like on its own. So that sounds real big. This is what was used in "Don't Start Now" by Dua Lipa on the on "If You Don't Wanna See Me" part, the pre-chorus. I believe that's what it is. So they use that, the giant, and then I added one of my favorite tools to just give it an old school type of vibe. It is Gospel Musicians FM Tines. I love this one. I got it. It was a recommendation off of Reddit a few years ago. It's the DX7. This is pretty much the only preset I use off of this, and I paid $50 for it. Honestly, it's entirely worth it just for the DX7 preset alone. I have a hard time finding myself using any of the other presets on here, but I love this. This is what it sounds like, because I verbed it out. Actually, I verbed it out, and this is what it sounds like. I want to show y'all a real quick demo of what it sounds like without any of the verb, without any of the processing. Let me go ahead and just control the attack. Is this? Let me try this out. Yeah, I'm using this guy right here. It's real pain to be playing some stuff for you. This is some Bruno Mars Versace on the floor type of vibes right here. I love this piano. I cannot demo it at the moment, but maybe in the future I will. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. And then we have some reverse pianos going on here. This is for a different part of the song. I'll talk about that. So that's pretty much it for the keys, the synths. There's not much either. What are we looking at here? Okay, this is just to give it some top end, high end filler right here. Yeah, I made this preset a while ago. This is pretty much just using, again, another honestly, it's just a random wavetable from Serum that I find until I look at it, until I'm happy with it. Then I figured that this needed to be a little bit more high end. So not nearly as full as it. I wanted it to be just a little bit thin. One thing I would have done in the processing or the mixing afterwards is I would have added more width to the high end. I would have used multifast to do that from kilohertz, but I did not do that as I didn't know that that was an option at the time that I made it. Let's go ahead and take a look at strings. What are we looking at for strings? It seems like Contact is glitching out. It's showing all these weird things. It is not how it should have popped up. But I basically use Session Strings Pro 2. I didn't add any reverb, no processing on it whatsoever. It's just straight into the mix from the MIDI. And that works. That works. When you just need thickness for chords, that sometimes gets the job done. Now, the last thing, before going into, I guess, what I did to the vocals, honestly, what I did to the vocals is real short too. But brass right here. Brass is two elements right here. Number one, we got Session Horns Pro from Contact. This is what I used for one of the layers, and then the other layer itself is Serum's Echo Soundworks' Coda. I used the trumpet short. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go in favor of starting the plugins so I can identify and play for you guys what it sounded like individually before I mix them together. I bounced this out as both the Contact and the Serum patch together. So this is what the Contact one sounds like. It's real short, real dry, incredibly so. And then this is the Echo Soundworks one. And I thought those two sounded real cool, but not on their own. So this is what it sounds like together. And that just gave it so much more life. This is what the verb on its own sounds like. Will it play? I guess it won't. It'll sound real dry without the verb for sure. Actually, didn't sound all that bad. Okay. Well, so that's pretty much everything that went into the production of this, with the exception of maybe a few other elements. You'll catch their reversing pianos here in this part of the bridge.
Up to the sky, I'll be your guide. On me, tsunami. Up to the
Just to give it some movement.
Up to the sky, I'll be your galaxy. I'm about to fly. Rain on me, tsunami. Up to the sky.
It still works without it, but it has a little bit less movement, a little bit less drive.
Up to the sky, I'll be your galaxy. I'm about to fly. Rain on me, tsunami. Up to the sky.
So that's pretty much, I believe that's everything. I don't believe we missed anything. Well, we have some build claps that goes on in the beginning of the song. But it's nothing particularly interesting. That's that. What I did to the vocal, real quick. All I did was pitch it up a half step. I felt it made it a little happier for that. And on top of that, I had sped up the song to 130. I think the original tempo was like 123 and 124. It's just a little slow. It worked for the original. The original is a hit for a reason. But I wanted to make this one just a little bit happier. So, this is Rain on Me by Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, my remix. I'm going to go ahead and just play it from top to bottom. I'm going to hide my face and mute myself as you guys enjoy the remix.
I didn't ask for a free ride. I only asked you to show me a real good time. I never asked for the rainfall. At least I showed up. You showed me nothing at all. It's coming down on me. Water like misery. It's coming down on me.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. I'm going to leave a link to all the stems in the description, as well as that serum preset. And I'm going to catch you guys in another video. Next one that's going to be up is Blinding Lights by The Weeknd as a remix that I've made. All right, catch y'all later. Thank y'all for watching.